Israel Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, glory, highs, and thanks unto Abinawa Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of GMS taught me truth. Peace, I select out there. That's the brother Gabar from Great Prince in Germany. Come back at you with a new lesson, all right? And today's lesson will circle around the topic that, we go all to one place, which is heaven, but with different rewards, all right? We will gain different rewards for our different deeds, all right? And that's based on the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 19, and it says, for that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them, as the one dieth, so dieth the other. They have all one breath, so that a man have no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. You see? Now you could think, that means we should be vegan. We're not allowed to eat or kill the animals. No, that's not the case. Because we can go real quick into the word preeminence. It says what? Preeminence, H4195. Preeminence, abundance, profit, superiority, abundance, plenty, preeminence, superiority. Okay. We have no superiority about the animals. Okay, that's true. But still we are set over them, like it says in the book of Genesis. Which means you shouldn't just go around slaughtering and killing animals for no reason. This is what this means. You can eat animals, you can use them, because this is what the Heavenly Father made them for, all right? But now you get to the point. All go unto one place, and all are of the dust, and turn to dust again. You see? Verse 21. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? We people go up to the Heavenly Father. We all go to one place, but before we get reincarnated. But the animals immediately get reincarnated. You see? Because verse 22 is the point. Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? You see, let's read it. Verse 22 in the NLT on the right side. So I saw that there's nothing better for people than to be happy in their works. That is our lot in life, and no one can bring us back to see what happens after we die. So work, do your work, do what you're supposed to do. All right. And when we go into the etymology of the word preeminence, let's look that up here also. Let me just double check how it's written. Preeminence. Because when we go to it, eminence, it says central 1400s, projection, protuberance, high or exalted position. Okay, when we go into the word pre, it says before. So we have no before exalting position. Because we all were made by the Heavenly Father. We all come from the same place and go back unto the same place. But of course, the Heavenly Father gave us different roles and different objectives and things we got to do. Okay. So give me a second. Because like it says, because therefore we know that we have preeminence, for we know we have dominion over them. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. And Yahushai said, let us make men in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. You see? And I say Yahushai because who created us? Because the word God is just means power. You see? And he said in our image. So there are many, they're plural, it's God's. Okay? And this means Yahushai and the angels who created us. That's why Yahushai is the only begotten Son. Because the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, made Yahushai, and Yahushai made us. You see? So Yahushai created man in his own image. In the image of Yahweh created he him. Male and female created he them. You see? Khan. This is just the point that I wanted to make real quick. Now we go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 2. And it says, all things alike to all. There is one event, to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good and to the clean, and to the unclean, to him that sacrificeth, and to him that sacrificeth not. As is the good, so is the sinner. As is the good, so is the sinner, and he that sweareth, as he that feareth an oath. This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all, yea. Also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart. And the word heart goes back to the word Hebrew word lab, which means mind. While they live, and after that they go to the dead. You see? Everybody goes to the dead. Everybody goes to the grave. And you can watch the video. I made a video about it. There's no hell. Hell is still what we're going through. There are 3 classifications of hell. One is Shawwal, which is basically the grave, but which is rather meant like things that you go through, like Jonah. He was in hell because he got swallowed up by the fish. Okay, like Yahushai was in hell because he got persecuted. So it's a state of mind and a state of a body, affliction. Then you get Gehenna, which is also hell, but it means either at the south of Israel, okay, was like a burning place where we, put our trash or dead animal carcasses at to burn them, or the place of future judgment of the Heavenly Father. And you get Hades, which literally means the grave. This is hell. These are the 3 classifications, okay? There is no place under the earth where Satan punished the wicked. Because if Satan would punish the wicked for listening to him, wouldn't Satan be good? After the Christian state of mind, we know that Satan is a good servant of the Heavenly Father. He's just on the left-hand side. He's just there to test people. All right? But neither here or there. We all gone to one place to get that out of the way real quick. Now let's go that we will receive different rewards. That's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, starting at verse 12, and it says, now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Okay? If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. You see? Can. Okay. And we can read in the NLT from 12 on. Anyone who build on that foundation may use a variety of materials, gold, silver, jewels, hay or straw. But on the judgment day, fire will reveal what kind of work each builder has done. That fire will show if a person's work has any value. If the work survives, that builder will receive a reward. But if the work is burned up, the builder will suffer a great loss. The builder will be saved, but like someone barely escaping through a wall of flames. You see? Can't. And that's the point, man. Because it already told you, we build until the day of fire come and day of judgment. And you either will see if that what you have built will survive, then you know you have done good. But if we burn up, man, you know you fucked up. You would suffer great loss. Okay? And yeah, even those who's think that they constructed will be burned up. They will be, there after the Heavenly Father, through His only begotten, executes an example and brings back His righteous kingdom. They will be there also, but they will wake up to everlasting shame. You see, and this leads us to where? To the book of Daniel, chapter 12, starting verse 2, and it says, come, and it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. You see? And when we go into the word contempt, it says what? There's the word contempt, that's H1860, aversion, abhorrence. You see? And when we go into the etymology of the word, it says what? Contempt. Open disregard or disobedience of authority, the law, etc. The general sense of act of despising, scorn for what it is. What does this mean? Vile or worthless, you see? They will wake up to everlasting worthlessness when the day of judgment passeth by. Verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as a star forever and ever. You see? You basically made the point already. Some will wake up to everlasting shame, and some will shine brighter than any star on the heavens. Okay, they will be truthfully a shining star. Come. Revelation chapter 22 verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. And this Yahushua who said that, I am Alpha and Omega, which means, now we get the explanation, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. You see? And look, Yahushua is coming quickly. So be ready. Be a good servant. Be a good worker. Do as he has told us, as he have commanded us. Okay? Because you will get a judgment, you will get a punishment, or you will get salvation. But judgment you will get. But you get either the chance of the judgment turning out good, turning out pleasant, and turning out rather sad, turning out good, or turning out bad for you. You see? Khan. Let me read the whole account. Chapter 20 verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard, so get workers for his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard, and he went out about the third hour, and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. You see? So they were standing around doing nothing. So at free time, rather said. And said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, I will give you. And they went their way. Again, he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and saith unto them, Why stand ye here all day idle? All the day idle? They said unto him, Because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto his steward, Call the laborers, and give them their hire, beginning from the last to the first. And when they came that were hired, about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house. So they was basically saying, Hey man, why you giving us that? Or was like angry. Now we got what they're saying. Verse 12. Saying, These last have wrought out 1 hour, but thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day. But he answered of them, and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil, because I am good? So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. You see? And they're speaking about, hey, you got people like the elders and apostles who be 30, 40 plus years in this truth, preaching, teaching, dedicating their lives to this work. Okay? And then in times of Jacob's trouble, in the end, you got people who might just convert, which means coming back unto the Heavenly Father 50 minutes before the judgment comes. And they might get the same reward or even better. But it's not about when you came into the truth. It's about your faith. It's about your trust in the Lord, your faithfulness. And you shouldn't be worried about another man's pay, about another man's rewards. You should worry about yourself. Of course, we are our brother's keepers. Of course, we take care of each other. Or we should never envy each other for each other's rewards or for each other's gifts. Okay? If you see a brother who got a big blessing, who's very talented in some things, ask the brother. Try to get that too. There's no harm in that, in healthy competition. But you never wish for the brother to lose that gift. For you to gain it, something like that would Esau do. Okay? Can't. And let me just see something real quick. Come, let's go to straight to the point. That's Luke chapter 19, verse 17. That's the parable of the pound. Okay, let me give a quick overview of that. There was a Lord. He gave one servant. He was let me say like this: the Lord was moving away, and he gave one servant 10 pounds, another one 5, another one 1. Okay, and the different servants did different things with their pounds. Okay. But they were supposed to work with the pounds too, Yeah, come. Okay. And they were supposed to work with to the pounds to make it more, So use their gifts and make the pounds, make the reward that they've been given by their Lord, make it even more profitable. Okay, make it even more profit. Come. Yeah, let me read it. Let me read from verse 17. Let me read the whole account from verse 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of Yahweh should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. You see? You're going to get crowned to be the king and come back. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. So invest, work with them until I come. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that might know how much every man had gained by trading. And you see the complete correlation to Yahushai, or the comparison to Yahushai. Yahushai went away also, got crowned king, and then when he's coming back, he want to see you. What did you do with the rewards that he has given you? Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in every little in very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man, so harsh man, a strict man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. So basically telling him, you takes out of something that you didn't do. But he forget, man, he got the pound from his Lord, and his Lord said, man, work with it. And as you have seen, they did their jobs, the other 2 servants, and they got what? Rewarded for that. And now see what this dude's reward is for not working. And he saith unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taken up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank at my coming? I might have cried mine own with usury. And he said unto him, or unto them that stood by, take from him that pound and give it to him that have 10 pounds. You see? So the Lord told him, man, why didn't you even give it to the bank so I get a little bit interest on it? So a little bit made a little bit money out of it. Take the pound from him and give it to my most reliable, greatest worker. And they said unto him, Lord, ye have 10 pounds. For I say unto you, that unto every one which have shall be given, and from him that have not, even that he have shall be taken away from him. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. You see? And this will be your reward. If you don't hearken unto the Heavenly Father's laws, statutes, and commandments, you will get the punishment and will be counted as one of his enemies, because you're moving as one. Khan. That's the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Salaka. Let me get here. Khan. Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 3, starting verse 1. But the swords of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, in their departure, and their departure is taken for misery. Yeah, they laugh about us, making a laughing stock out of our deaths, of the deaths of the elders and apostles, of the disciples, out of Yahushai's death. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though They be punished in the sight of men, yeah. Be more laughed at, mocked, scoffed, getting called proverbs and bywords. All right. Yet is their hope full of of immortality? Yeah. We believe and trust in and wait for the Heavenly Father because we know we're supposed to go through all to that. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect. You see? So trust in the Lord. Believe in him. Yeah, we all go on to heaven, but with different rewards. Khan, that's all I got. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give once again all praise, glory, highs and thanks unto Abnao Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Harukakudash. Double also else apostle of JMS taught me his truth. Peace, I taste select out there. Till next time, Shalom.